Yes. Good. You're good. You're good. Good.
Three, two, one. So the results that I had with my VE and CE scores for the first 4 tests, my CE, the first 2 times my CE stayed relatively the same. It went from a 9.1 to a 9.2, but the VE changed from a 5.26 to a 4.14. So I didn't really get more accurate, but I did get more consistent with my scores from what that tells me. But then after that, both, see in trial 3, it went from my CE went from a 9.2 to a 7.9, so I got better, but my VE was higher because I think it was because on one of my trials in the 3rd trial itself, I scored a 0 in it because I hit the target, so I think it threw the numbers off a good bit there. And then on the 4th one, it went from a 7.9 to a 7.4, so still getting better accuracy-wise. But my VE on my 4th trial was also a 2.42, so it was the most, that trial itself was the most accurate and consistent score that I had. When it comes to the retention test, my first though was a 4, which is weird. But after that, it kind of jumped around a little bit, but it still wasn't that bad off. The CE was a 6.3, and the VE was a little worse. It was a 3.58. So it was relatively accurate, but not very consistent with the accuracy. But then for the transfer test, my first throw was right at 2 feet off, and my second throw was another 20 inches off. So it took me a second to get to where I could hit the target accurately. So my CE was an 11.4. My VE was a 5.8. My first 2 trials of the retention test, the transfer test itself really set me back from what I can see here. I don't know what happened, but the type of transfer test, I put a specific transfer test is what it would be classified as. And for the goal of the instructor who the goal is asking about here, I think would be to determine how well and how many trials it would take for someone to become more proficient at the practicing aspect of something. So like the more times you do something, the better you get at it. Is kind of like, I think what the test for this would be.